Ready when you are, my friend.
broken life. It is not my problem, I am not your carving knife. You gotta take a long look in the mirror. Objects are closer, getting nearer and nearer. Don't let yourself cross the line. Love me, hate me, say what you wanna, beg me. You can hold me down. Kill me, fail me, you can never kill me. You can hold me down, no, no, no. Love me, hate me, say what you wanna, break me. You can hold me down. Kill me, fail me, you can never kill me. You can hold me down. No, 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 no. 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 Thank you.
Why, thank you, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Empty spaces, what are we living for? Abandoned places, I guess we know the score. On and on, does anybody know what we are looking for? Another hero, another mindless crime behind the curtain. In the pantomime, hold the line. Does anybody want to take it anymore? Show must go on. Show
Ready when you are, my friend. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to that. I have a live studio audience. Right? I know. The show just keeps getting better. You can't contain yourself. Well, welcome everyone and my live studio audience to Bands Across the Water. This is the show where I like to highlight original bands and original musicians, original artists from North America, from both sides of the border. I like to go to the United States and Canada, featuring, I'm about like one, Kevin, just for the record, I am like one of the only people. There's Kevin. Kevin's on the show. Look at that. Just moseying around in the background. There he is. So, just for the record, I am like one of the only people on the planet that's actually allowed to just freely take my boat back and forth across from North America here in the United States and Canada. The border guys, I talked to Tim Thompson, by the way, and he got the clearance at the border for me, so I can go back and forth whenever I want. So it's kind of nice. Anyway, tonight is no exception. I have a wonderful show, but first of all, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I see my mom is tuning in on Facebook over there.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. My good friend, Mr. James Todd, who is episode number 1. He was the first person to walk the plank on Bands Across the Water, checking in from London, Ontario, and his band called Abandoned Souls. Thank you for being here, my friend. I see my buddy Rock, formerly known as JJ. Good to see you. And Stephen Pauly checking in also from Windsor, Ontario. Thank you for being here, my friend. It's good to see you here as well. There's our friends, the Dead Crows are here. Kevin?
Crows!
The Crows are here. Hi, Crows. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are happy to be here with you guys. Brandon and Cece, thank you guys for being here. Anyway, we've got another awesome, exciting show tonight, and it's a little bit different tonight. A little bit different of a show happening tonight. I'm excited to do this. It's going to be exciting. I have, first of all, a live studio audience.
Yay!
And for the record, I'm stoked.
You're soaked.
No, stoked. My shirt says stoked.
I need a side mic.
You don't need a side mic.
I need to be his bullshit. Well, I can't. I'm not that drunk.
We don't need a side. Kevin wants a side mic now. Well, anyway, thank you guys for being here. I have a lot of exciting things planned tonight, including a live performance here in the studio that you guys are going to love. So I know that Marshall is one of Barb's favorite artists that she discovered. Kathy, too. There we go. Well, good. Well, Barb was actually here in the studio when I was recording the tracks for these songs for Marshall. I had the pleasure of working with Marshall on, 3 songs now that we recorded together, and they turned out great. I'm going to play one of them for you at one point later on, and in the meantime, he's also going to play some live as well, so that's going to be great. So there's my mom checking in. Say hi, Mom!
Hi, Mom!
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. So anyway, let me tell you who my guest is tonight, because it's going to be awesome, and I'm really excited. You guys ready?
Yes!
Kevin already knows. I don't even know if you guys... Did anyone hear that? I'm hitting yes. Do you guys hear that?
Yes! Yeah.
Tell me you hear that, because it's... For those that are just tuning in and that have never been on watching the show before, I just want you all to know that technology... Barb's like, it worked. It worked. Technology has been one of my my favorite things ever.
Nemesis.
Or my nemesis, we could say that. I've just tried to learn to embrace it, and when things like this works, it gets me excited.
Yes.
So it's it doesn't take much, but anyway. I'm excited to tell you guys who's on the show tonight, so shall we do that?
Yes.
Pulling into the harbor tonight, I got my good friend, Mr. Marshall Brooks. Wait till you guys hear this stuff. If you don't have... if you've never heard of him or if you don't know any of his music, you are about to find out. And you guys are in for a treat. I'm telling you what. Oh, hey, my buddy Mark Andrew Speck is checking in over there. He's a noob. This is his first time watching the show. I'm actually glad that you're here, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Mark will be joining us next week on the show in a band called Secondhand Mojo, and I'll tell you about that later on. But exciting to have you guys joining me next week. In the meantime, Marshall Brooks is here. He is in the studio at this beautiful facility, the Sound Shop Studio, located out here in beautiful Macomb, Michigan. Love this place. And my buddy, Mr. Westmix, Kevin Wesley Williams.
Yes!
Sitting right over there. Part of my in-studio audience. Thanks, Rock, for welcoming Mark to the show. I appreciate that. Rock is a steady, reliable, wonderful, awesome supporter of the show, like so many of you guys are, and I just want to thank you all for being here. It really does mean a lot to me. You probably don't know that it means more to me than you realize, because I work hard to put on this show, and I try my best to bring music to my friends and to people that I know that you may not have heard before. And I think tonight is an exceptional exception.
To the exception.
An exceptional exception. That's like with the E's and the A's, by the way.
Rock says thank you. Okay, Jinx.
Thanks, Jinx. Awesome. Yes, so it does mean a lot to have you guys here with me. I really do appreciate the support. The best things that you can do, if you're wondering to support the show, go find my Facebook page, if you're not already there now, watching the show live, facebook.com/Darren Curtis Drums. I also stream to YouTube, which is some big, long, crazy link that I don't ever remember. But if you search for Darren Curtis Drums on YouTube, you guys will find me there. And I'm also streaming live to Twitch at twitch.tv/Darren Curtis Drums. I have my pretty little drum set in the background, where we do a lot of work here tracking for some awesome artists in the Sound Shop Studios, including my guest tonight, Mr. Marshall Brooks. So what do you say we get him on camera and we start having a nice little chat? What do you think, you guys? You guys ready?
Yes!
Let's do it. Mr. Marshall Brooks, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hello, thank you.
It's good to have you on here. Let's make sure we can hear your mic. Let's make sure you guys can hear him okay.
You might have to get closer to that.
Can't lean back.
That's right.
I thought it looked pretty
I got
pretentious
you.
sitting back like this.
I'm the audio tech on the gig tonight.
Yeah, let's make sure that they can hear you guys all right, but it
Yeah.
seems like it's going to be just fine.
All right.
So you guys will let me know. I have some faithful, awesome listeners that are always there to support and let us know all of my technical difficulties. So, well, Marshall, thanks for being on the show. It's great to have you here, my friend.
Thanks for having me. It's exciting.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while since I've seen you. Like the last time I saw you was in the studio when we were recording these songs last summer, I think it was.
Yeah,
right?
it was around, I think May was the last session, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Man, that went by fast.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do
fast.
some more. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. EBX Aaron is over there lurking on Twitch, you guys. So good to see you. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. Hey, by the way, Marshall was telling me that he's got some new music that we're going to talk about a little bit later. So I'm really excited about that. some new music that we're going to talk about. That's right. It was July. Barb just said it was July when she was here when we were recording. Yeah.
Wow. So I know we started in March and had several sessions going. I thought it was May that we finished up.
Yeah, she said she was here in July, and she probably would know best because she was actually here while we recorded the drum track. So I'm going with that.
All right.
Well, good. Can you guys hear? Can you hear Marshall okay out there? I just want to make
Can you
sure
hear me now?
before I ask him all kinds of interesting questions.
I don't want to talk any louder than this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Well, good. And if you guys do have any questions or anything that you want to ask, by all means, fire away. I always love asking my guests questions from the viewers, and I also do enjoy trying to find at least one question that I can. Just so you know, Marshall, I'm going to try to find one question where I can stump you tonight.
Probably won't be that hard.
So people are saying that you might need to move a little closer. To the microphone.
I can do that.
Your laid back, kick your heels up and put your feet up kind of thing, I guess, is just
not working.
Compared to me, I mean, I'm
get
burying
that
my
power
face
pose going, but it's just not doing it. I can sit forward. No, why not?
Yeah, we'll do
How's
it.
this?
Slide the chair forward and slide it back when you want to play, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, there we
I'll
go.
just do-
You can
There we
slide
go.
forward and lean into it.
Hey, Don.
get the lean going.
Don is here checking in. I want to say in Amherstburg, I actually had your dog Milo was in Pets Across the Water. I don't know if you saw that, but first question is already coming in.
All right.
Someone is asking, nice guitar, what brand?
This is a Martin. It's a DRS2. It's a Dreadnought Road Series 2.
Nice.
And it's been my workhorse for the past 6 or 7 years.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for the question, Mark. I appreciate it. And I see Vern is checking in. Vern Springer, also in the band Secondhand Mojo, will be here next week with us. So looking forward to that. Hi, Vern. Thanks for checking in and watching the show tonight. Marshall, let's talk a little bit about your music. First thing I want to talk about is, how long have you been doing this? Because I don't know anything really before what we did together in the studio. So why don't you tell me, what goes before that?
I started recording in 2006, I think. It's right around the time I was starting high school. My brother downloaded Audacity. A little
Yes.
DAW.
The audacity of it.
Yeah. And, it was a little freeware. And he never really got into it. I was already playing music by then. I started piano in 2004. But I started really getting into the whole recording thing in 2006 because, the only reason I wanted to learn guitar was to write my own stuff. And so I just started recording little goofy songs, mostly unlistenable things. A lot of my parents were like, well, I like the music, but the lyrics are a little, almost intentionally weird stuff. But so I've been recording for a while, but didn't really get serious about it until just a few years ago, when I was really trying to create a commercially acceptable product, so to speak.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good. So what was your first sort of offering, would you say, to the public? Like, what did you have in sense of a recording or maybe something to... In what year would you say was that?
I think I was still in high school and I was starting to put some stuff out online. The DAW I was using, still use, called Mixcraft. They had their own little kind of website where artists could post their stuff.
Yeah.
And I was putting most of my stuff up there in high school. I didn't have any following, but probably wasn't until 2012 when I really started getting people kind of watching my stuff online.
Right.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you've been at it for quite a while. You've been writing songs for a while, since high school. I mean, at least, right? Mm-hmm. And even kind of before that, but you actually had some physical recording of some sort to offer to people in high school. That's great. It's not easy to do, for anyone. I mean, myself, I don't know that I ever had any kind of recording for anything until I was much older than that. But it was a different time. I digress. It was a different time. So, Well, that's great, man. And then along came this next stuff that I was a part of. Was that kind of a fair assumption?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd still done stuff, for years. Been in and out of 1 or 2 studios, but nothing really ever came off the ground. I wasn't really happy with the way it was turning out. But there was sort of a shift when I found Sound Shop. You guys were just totally different vibe here, and it made me want to produce better music, and
cool.
So I wanted to get the more polished sound, and it made me want to be a better musician myself just by being around you guys here.
Love it.
And so yeah, I'd say it was definitely a new stepping stone with the songs that you worked on, for me, a new era of Marshall Brooks, so to speak.
I love it. So Mark over there on Facebook is asking, where did we record together? I know this is his first time watching the show because these guys are on the show next week. And he's not familiar with the fact that I'm actually at a studio here in Macomb, Michigan called Sound Shop Studios. If you look it up online, you'll find it. I'm probably at one point or another, when I have you on the show next week, I'll do a little tour with you guys behind the scenes. But this was at the Sound Shop where we got through, what was it, 3 songs we worked on together, right?
Yeah, you were sitting right over there.
All right on those drums, right back there. Yeah, that's right. We were playing right in here in this room. It was, actually, that was an awesome experience. I had a lot of fun working on that stuff with you, and love how the songs turned out. Are you happy with how everything went down that whole session?
Very happy, yeah.
Good.
It's a new experience for me. I'd never really used professional musicians before. I'd always kind of had people that I know from, friends or people from church just come in and lay some stuff down. But unfortunately, nothing against them. It just didn't produce the product I was looking for. But coming in here and working with, people in the industry was real fun, real exciting, and
awesome.
So inspiring in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's true. I can't help but agree with you that being here is just in itself is inspiring. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of music that's been made here, and it's just kind of got that feeling of I want to be here. It's like a kid in a toy store. You know,
you guys have got the cool. Like every time I'm here, I don't want to leave. It's like you guys got the coolest job here.
It's sort of a church of its own.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
It's a very religious experience. Yeah, it really is.
All right, I'm not even going to address Mark on his last comment. We're just going to leave that one right there. I'm not even going to go there. My buddy EBX Johnny checking in over on Twitch. Hey, brother, good to see you. The guitar player for LC Binks. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Always good to see you.
Jams.
Jimmy Jams is watching?
Jams. We love jams.
Vern mentioned that it's true that the guys in the room and the studio can really take things to the next level. And I like to think that experience that we had together in here... I know myself personally, I spent time ahead of time to tracking that day, just with the songs on my own, and I really wanted to bring, something more to the table because the songs are so good and on their own with just what I heard demo-wise, and, thinking of it from my perspective, I was hearing a lot of cool stuff, and I wanted to really make sure that, I'm ready to present this in the way that I'm kind of hearing it. So I felt really, well prepared when I came in that day, and I feel like we really captured a lot of great stuff in that session.
Absolutely, yeah. And my stuff is real open end. Most times I just have, vocals and maybe a guitar track or two, and so had no problem just letting you come up with whatever because I knew, it's like whatever you got would be great. Yeah. And just having someone else's...
Producing records is so much fun.
Oh,
that is a fact.
Because you get other people in it, they got ideas that, I would never come up with. And that's what I think just made these tracks so great. And they're different than what I, maybe came in thinking they'd be. But, they just were built into something amazing, I thought.
Yeah, that is kind of true because I remember at the time, like we talked about a couple of spots in some of the songs, and I think I sort of took it in a little bit of a different direction than it sort of was intended at first. But then you really kind of embraced it, and you were open to just kind of like you never once offered like you certainly were. You wouldn't have held back. I don't think if you didn't like something. But you certainly were open to like anything that we had to suggest or anything that I personally wanted to try or And I think at the end of the day that communication and that working together really ended up with a great product in the end.
Yeah, because I didn't really, like I said, I didn't have much ideas in terms of drums or anything else aside from my guitar part. And as soon as you guys started laying stuff down, I was like, okay, I see where you're coming from, and so other ideas start showing up.
That's how it is, right?
Yeah.
Kind of you feed off each other.
Mm-hmm. It just keeps building up into something great.
It's called collaboration.
Yeah,
right.
And so that was exciting because I always thought, I was like, well, I have the guts to say, oh, I don't like that or anything. Not that I didn't think I wouldn't like anything, but it definitely was different at first than what I was really expecting.
Sure.
But I was like, okay, this is cool. So let's go in this direction, and I think it turned out great for what we got.
Oh, I do too. I'm super happy with it. I'm looking forward to we'll share one of the recordings later on tonight. We'll do it after you play your acoustic stuff.
Sure.
But I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely. It's going to be great. I had so much fun working with you. I just want to catch up on some of the comments in here. Vern says it's true that the guys in the room and the studio can really take it to the next level. Sorry, I think I already said that. Rock, great music and crew. Thank you, my friend. Yes, comfy studio and staff can definitely make for a great day, or make or break a day of recording. Absolutely. So Jeffrey Jewell is asking about, is this someone that you know, Marshall?
That's my father.
It's your dad. Awesome. Well, hello, Jeffrey. Thanks for tuning in. He has a great question, and maybe I'll let you answer this one.
Okay.
He's asking, hold on, it just went away. I got to scroll back up. He's asking, can we get a quick rundown of the process of producing a record? Wow. It's a big, that's a long kind of process and big question. But I let me start it off by saying that in Marshall's case, it started with some fantastic song ideas and some fantastic demos that he had created to be able to just present to us to start it all off. And then from there, Marshall can kind of tell you where we went from there.
Yeah, I just brought in the bare bones. There's, some things I definitely, it's like, okay, I want this, in the song. So if I, am able, I'll record, stuff on my own and then bring it in to flesh out all the other parts. And so it's kind of building from the base up, or the bottom up. And, I guess basically once you get, the drums and the bass down, that's almost, everything's kind of fleshed out, and you just start bouncing ideas. Oh, what if you did this? What if you did that? And just kind of doing the little things. I'd say just building from the bottom up.
It's sort of like building a house.
Yeah.
You have the general blueprint of what you're looking for, and you dig your basement, you make your foundation, you put up your walls. But as you go along, you may be like, like my living room, just a little bit bigger. And I think we need to add this, and and then you start to change things as you go. It's like building a house.
Yeah, and a lot of times, you feed off of what the other people have done, or it can inspire something in you that you maybe didn't hear before. You know,
and it also depends on the song. Like with One Single Tear, I pretty much had, it's a lot of keys and synth and stuff. So I pretty had maybe about 70% of the tracks already. I brought that in, but with Long Fingers That Can't Make It Home Again, all I had was acoustic guitar and vocals.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys got free reign. Show me what you got. And so I think it depends on the song. If I have ideas, I'll do everything, I'll put my stuff in. And,
I have a steel guitar you can sing through.
yeah, we'll talk about that for sure. I'm excited to talk about that. But so I guess, so in a nutshell, it kind of starts with an idea, and then it turns into taking that idea and tracking it with, musicians and instruments and a studio and a producer and an engineer, and capturing, those ideas to something that you can actually make a tangible recording from. And then the next step would be like it has to go through the process of being mixed and engineered by like Kevin in this case. He did all the mixing on this stuff for you. And then the next step from there, it goes into a mastering process, which was Tom Fopicelli at the mastering house. And where's he located, Kevin? The mastering house.
Where was he born and raised?
West Philadelphia. So and then at that point it comes back to the artist, it comes back to Marshall, and he listens to it and he goes, wow, I love it, it's amazing, I can't wait to share it with everyone. And then that's when your dad Jeffrey goes, wow, Marshall, I'm so proud of you, that was amazing. And he says, hi kids, clean your room.
And that's when all of his relatives say, let us help you fund the next record.
Yeah.
Right, is that what happens?
Pretty much. I mean, I get a lot of financial support from family and friends.
It's not cheap, is it?
Not. I discovered just how not cheap it is, but it's totally worth it in the end.
Right.
And
I mean, it's your creation, it's your art. You know, you
cheaper than a drug habit.
It is.
You know,
that.
you know, it's kind of how far do you want to go with it, right? Like how much do you want to do with it? Are you okay with it just being at this point, or do you kind of want it to go beyond that point? You know.
Wait, did you open it?
I totally understand.
Yeah.
So, well, good. Well, I can honestly say that the process that we went through and recording the 3 songs that we did was really fun, really awesome. Yeah. You should be extremely proud of the art that you created, regardless of how much money it sort of cost you in the end.
Yeah.
I think you're proud and happy with what you have, and you know that to me is, you know, that's priceless.
I would have to say though that of all the studios in the area, we make it affordable here.
Oh yeah.
Record.
No. It's like you guys are real good to me.
I cut a lot of breaks to all my clients.
Yeah, that's true.
Major breaks.
And that's because, you know, I think the truth is you know, Kevin and myself and anyone here, I mean, we're about the music. We're really about, we want to make a living, and we're trying to, you know, sustain a studio and keep this roll, you know, the wheels rolling. Right, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's such a pleasure to be able to create music for people and to see the reactions and be a part of that creating process, and you know, it's amazing. I
tell people all the time, you know, recording here, you know, I've worked with some people in the past that they're just there to hit record and then collect the paycheck.
Right.
Whereas here, it's like everyone's a musician. They're all...
Paycheck?
Wait, hold on. I got to hit the laugh track.
No, it's all about the music here. You guys... Oh, there it is. No, you're all musicians. You're all passionate about, you know, whatever project it is you're working on. And you bring your A game and just create the best product, best, you know, result. I keep saying product, but, you know, best result possible. And it's all about the no, it's all about the music, and that's what I fell in love with here. Is like it's definitely a place where you can create and get creative and get inspired. And no, my songs definitely wouldn't have ended up being what they turned out to be had I not come here and work with you guys. So,
I mean, that's true. Because it's like the ingredients of the cake are all, you know, different. You know, the batter is created from the ingredients, and you know, in this case, the ingredients worked really well to create an awesome cake.
You guys are wanting a commercial for the studio. This is it right here. Come to Sound Shop Studio in Macomb.
There we go. I wouldn't have met you if I wouldn't have met John. I wouldn't have met John if I wouldn't have met the guys from ALS. Mm-hmm. If I wouldn't have met the wedding band. John wouldn't have had a job with me at the wedding band. Right. He wouldn't have told me about you, and you wouldn't be here. It's crazy.
Everything happens for a reason.
It's crazy how the serendipity of life just kind of...
It's like, I consider the only... I feel like the only reason I got that job at ALS was just to eventually meet all you guys.
I would not be surprised if that's the reality.
The only reason why I got this gig at this stupid ballroom and met Andy was because I was supposed to meet Andy to meet John to meet you. So...
It's all connected.
Love it.
It's the way it's supposed to be. I believe that there's a lot of synchronicity in life that happens for reasons.
Because I can piece together. You know, it's like you just said, meeting all these people. It all ends up. You can see the steps where it all led to where I am now.
If it wasn't for Facebook and Kathy wouldn't have reached out to me 7 years ago, none of this would be happening.
Right.
So thank God to Facebook and Kathy Frost.
Yeah.
And connections with people. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now, right?
No.
That's awesome. Where the heck is Macomb? I thought it was just a county. It is a county, right? Macomb County. That's where we are, correct?
Michigan.
Yes.
It's like
we are in Macomb
somewhere.
Macomb is
trying to do the handshake.
Here, hold on. Let's get a close up on Marshall's.
Michigander's got this down. Although where is Macomb though? It's northeast from where I am down here.
Yeah, it's
We are kind of like between
somewhere in here.
Macomb is
like 21
near,
mile and 94. How about that?
And-
Close to that.
Yeah, I just tell people Mount Clemens.
Kathy Frost just said, "Hi, babe."
Ah,
She's on Twitch. Kathy's checking
oh
in
my
on Twitch.
gosh! And I just mentioned her name.
Yeah, she probably
I told
heard.
her how all this wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for her.
That's right. That's right.
My
Facebook.
my whole life is possible because of Kathy Frost, and that's no lie.
So, Marshall, let's talk a little bit more about some of this music that you recently recorded. What is your plan with what you the 3 songs that we've done recently, and what are you going to do with those songs? And are they singles? Are they going to go on an album? What's your plan?
Well, One Single Tear is a single that's been out for a while. You can find it on my Bandcamp or Amazon or pretty much wherever you can find music online. You can find One Single Tear. And then I just recently released Can't Make It Home Again and Long Long Fingers Together, sort of a 2-song EP kind of thing.
Nice.
And me, I'm still trying to figure out how to do this whole musician thing. So like you had mentioned, we could do some video sometime in the future to get to help back up these songs.
Right.
So I've never done the whole music video thing or anything like that, but now I got everything online and just kind of trying to figure out how to make this whole music thing work.
There's
So-
a lot to learn. It's a big curve, right?
Because being a solo guy, it's all on me to figure out all this stuff.
I don't think anybody knows how it works right now.
No, it's
Yeah.
definitely in these unprecedented times that word's been
Nobody-
thrown around.
Nobody knows. I always tell everybody that I work with, make art because you love to make art.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's never been a formula. There's never been an actual formula to how to do this, right?
Nah.
So, yeah, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You just kind of do it the way you
Pretty
do
much, and in the before times, I was just trying to get any gig I could, and just kind of reach out and sign up for any kind of show. Actually, before the whole COVID thing hit, I had gotten accepted to like 3 or 4 festivals, and I got into Arts Beats and Eats for the first time, and then
Nice.
everything shut down. And fortunately, the Arts Beats and Eats, you tuned in on it became the Beats Go On as a live stream thing, so that was fun. The whole live stream.
Yeah, we
deal
did
took
we did
over,
a
and
show for that as well.
Yeah.
Elsie Binks did, yeah.
It was exciting. Kind of new experience for me. I'd never done any live stream anything.
We actually raised
Yeah.
a decent amount of money.
Yeah, we did. I know that they were matching dollar for dollar for some of the performances, so
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
That was
they
pretty
did
awesome.
that, yeah. Mark is saying that the music business stopped working 10 years ago. It's all up to us now.
Amen.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm finding
I
out
mean,
that's true.
and when it comes to original music, it's always been up to us. It's never really there was never really like this amazing market, for original venues and places to
Nah.
go and make top dollar to play your music. It's never been like that.
Yeah,
so
you get out, you go to a bar, no one wants to hear your.
You have
hey,
to
I wrote
start,
a new
yeah.
song. It's like no one cares.
Don't you know Tennessee whiskey?
Right. I remember, in touring and stuff in the 90s, you literally would do like 3 sets a night, and you would try to throw like 3 of your own original songs in each set, just to get like 9 original songs into
Yeah.
a night of music, so.
Squeeze them in.
Yeah, it's always been kind of our own battle, to try to get our, like you said, you're discovering yourself that it's not easy to cover all the social media bases
Yeah.
and all the
You
stuff.
know what's funny though is when Elsie Binks would do a bar gig, we kind of did it backwards. We threw in 3 or 4 covers per set.
Right.
For real.
Keep their attention.
And it worked.
It's like we're playing our stuff. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
throw you guys a little carrot here and there. And,
Yeah.
right.
yeah. That's the thing is, it was the hardest for me is because I didn't learn music to play other people's songs. I wanted to write my own stuff.
Right.
And so I've kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit because I don't care about covering songs at all. I just want to do my own stuff.
Right.
But
That's fine.
yeah, but it's like get on the live shows like no one. Yeah, it's like all right, what songs? I got to learn some cover songs for this show, and I maybe preparing for that night, and then come the next gig, I gotta learn a whole new handful of songs. It's like,
Right.
I think it's always best for every artist to have at least 6 covers that they do in their own style that they can pull out of their pocket at any moment.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a few that I still do some
Right.
Jim Croce stuff, and
Oh, that would be awesome.
yeah, because I grew up listening to that. That's huge influence on my stuff, and
Oh, I can see that.
and then.
Yeah.
Then I kind of stole an idea from Elsie Binks. You guys played it. You did "What's Up," by Four Non Blondes, and the reaction of the crowd was insane. It's like, okay, I'm gonna add this to my set, so I got that one down.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So, and then another song that people were surprised.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't our idea anyway.
Yeah, well, it was the first time I'd seen it. It's like I never heard anyone cover this song, and then people just went nuts because you can just
It's a fun song.
everyone sings along to it.
Right.
And then there was another song. I forgot why I decided to play it, but Third Eye Blind, Semi Charmed Life.
Oh yeah, it's a good song.
I'd never heard anyone cover that one either. It's, it's kind of a hard song to play.
Right.
But I did that one, and people went nuts. And then I followed it up with What's Up, and people were just like, oh. So I was like,
Isn't
okay,
it funny?
those two are the ones I add in.
Yeah,
all
I
the
think
time.
it's funny that you can put all of this work and all of this creativity and all of this time into writing your own music, and all you got to do sometimes is go and play, a cover song by somebody, and everybody goes crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that dude that
I get
played
it,
that
I get it.
song. That's the other
Right. You play that song, Freebird
Yeah.
for
And,
Mark. It's Mark's favorite song apparently over there on Facebook.
That's the thing is, you got to go out playing a cover and doing it well. That way they remember you. It's
Right.
like, that one guy.
Right.
He did
right.
that song and he was good. So that's always the
Right.
thing. I always try to make sure when I do someone else's music, I do it well enough that they, they keep me in mind.
Right.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a game.
Well, I haven't heard you do anything not well, so
Whoa.
if that means anything.
You're very kind.
And I also wanted to point out, in case people didn't notice, that we have you set up perfectly in frame with that wonderful Pac-Man game over there to your left.
Yeah.
So also here at the Sound Shop Studios, we have the wonderful, and there's 40 games on that thing?
There's a lot.
There's a
Also,
lot
the
of games on that
multi-thing.
thing. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to highlight that we have that amazing video game here as well. So
Not once have I ever touched this thing. I got to start.
musicians
Gotta
like
start
video
getting-
games.
We had a client in here yesterday all day, and his 7 or 8 year old son never left that.
Yes, his
Never.
dad was in track and vocals, and he was out. The kid was out here playing this
Never
video
left
game.
that. It's never left that.
Good way to keep them occupied.
Oh yeah.
Right. We have a daycare here at the Sound Shop Studio.
It's actually better
I'm kidding.
than TV.
I am totally kidding. We don't have a daycare. No one here is qualified to watch your children. I mean, not legally. I mean, we can watch children. I'm not saying we can't, but
Listen, I'm not
Which is not
responsible
legal.
enough to be a babysitter.
well, that's great. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you're gonna play tonight? Because I want to get into some music. I want
Well,
some
I'm
people
gonna-
to hear some Marshall Brooks.
I'm going to do one of the songs that we tracked together. Do Can't Make It Home Again.
Nice.
Newly released.
Great song.
It's fun to play acoustically, and I thought I'd do that
Yeah.
one because it's definitely got a different flavor done just guitar and vocal than with the whole studio thing. But they're both great, I think, if I can say so myself. So I'll do
Quite
Can't Make It
certain
Home
they
Again.
are.
And then I'll do a couple other tunes that I have demo recordings out on my Bandcamp page that eventually I'd like to get into the studio and flesh out a little bit. But
Nice.
yeah. Just some-
Your dad over there is saying on Facebook that you would rather play that awesome grand piano in the piano room.
What did I say? What did I say?
we were talking about that.
Jeffrey,
saying,
we were
oh,
talking about that. Yeah, we were talking about that. So I'm gonna have Marshall on again on another show, and I promise we will set him up in the piano room with the grand piano, and he will play from there next time. I
Yeah.
promise.
It's funny because when I do piano stuff, it's a totally kind of different vibe than what I'm doing on the
I was thinking
guitar.
I was thinking
Right.
candles and the piano.
Well, and I have a shirt that has a tuxedo print on the front of it.
there
I'll
you
wear
go.
that shirt.
Do you like
that
the
day.
Bruce Hornsby "The Way It Is" music video with soft focus?
Yeah, that's a
and
great
up on
song.
a riser.
Great song. Well, thanks, Jeffrey. Yeah, I plan on. We talked about it, and absolutely, we will do that. It's just, if I wasn't planned for it ahead of time, it can logistically be a bit of a nightmare with the technology. If you're not familiar with Darren Curtis Bands Across the Water show, technology is kind of like my Achilles heel. So, yeah, that's why I walk funny. But thank you guys for being here. I'm ready to hear some music. How about you guys? You guys ready to hear some music?
Yes.
Did you hear the word yes? Well, good. So I say we're going to get Marshall to pick up his acoustic guitar over there. And Kevin and I are going to be the live studio audience.
Yes.
And we're going to say yes and clap. Barb heard the yes.
Hey.
She heard the yes. Well, good. So we're going to have Marshall play some songs. I think it's a great time for that. I want you guys to hear some good stuff. Cyber applause. That's right. I've got all kinds of sound effects. And when I tell funny jokes, see, I even got my own little rim shot thing. But you'll notice I never use it because I never tell funny jokes. And Kevin's got the air horn. See, we have a good time over here, don't we? Well, good. All right, Marshall, what do you say? What song do you want to play first for us today?
I'll start off with Can't Make It Home Again.
Can't Make It Home
May
Again.
as well get that one out there. This is
Awesome.
available on Bandcamp. I think it's on Amazon and iTunes now.
Nice.
And, I think I'm still waiting for it to show up on all the other websites, but you can pretty much find it anywhere.
Bandcamp. It's marshallbrooks.bandcamp.com.
That is
correct?
correct, yeah.
And I do have your social links
right.
on the show as well.
What few I have.
Well, you guys, let's have a nice little treat here, huh? We're gonna get. I was just looking at Barb's comment. She got it on Spotify. She said, "Wow, you know."
Hey, is that on Spotify?
She's
I know I
must
put
have-
out a little link for like when I put on the distribution site. They said, "Hey, send out this like little promo thing."
I see.
And so
Cool.
I didn't know it was on Spotify yet. That's exciting.
She said she got it on Spotify. You know, she was telling me that she walks around and goes for like a walk and stuff, and she'll be listening to your music all the time.
That's fun. Thank you.
Hold on. What's up, Scott? I'm guessing Scott is the one of the members of Secondhand Mojo. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. We're in for a special treat. Marshall, you ready to play some music for us?
I'm ready to play.
We're excited. I'm excited to hear you. Let her rip, buddy. What song are we
right.
doing again?
This is Can't Make It Home Again.
Can't Make It Home Again. Check it out, you guys. Marshall.
Don't you know I live a stone's throw over from the Ferndale Railroad tracks? Back in my day, my pappy would take me over to pick up taconite. I remember that. Times are changing, the old whistle blows, but it ain't the same train. As I might, I just can't make it home again. Out of school, into debt, a dim wit, and a dead-end job just going nowhere. I look out the window, across the way, wonder is the grass any greener over there? It ain't. Times are changing, yeah, the same back hurts, but it ain't the same pain. And try as I might, I just can't make it home again. I've been wronged, you know I've been had. A criminal smashed my wheels, run off and got away with that. Where is Uncle Sam? Tell me, where is he at? He ain't by my side, no, he's standing behind with a knife in my back. Times are changing, the old wind blows, but it ain't the same change. And try as I might, I just can't make it home again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nicely done, Mr. Marshall Brooks.
sir, thank you.
Sounded great, dude. That was flawless. That was awesome.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I
was
hope it
fun.
sounded good out there, you guys. Does it sound good? Can you hear everything okay? Did you like that performance? Yes.
It's funny, that song, the first time, it's like I had the, opening riff, starting to write it. I didn't have any lyrics or anything, but I was over here with John Thatcher once, and I started playing it, and I saw Kevin kind of bobbing his head. It was like, okay, all right, we got something here. So I was like, I got to finish that one.
Yeah, you knew
And
you're
so
onto
that-
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
so,
that's a groovy tune, man, and I loved tracking that with you in the studio,
Oh, man.
and it's just as cool, like
Dude,
acoustically.
he used to rant and rave about you at every wedding that we did. He kept talking about Marshall and Marshall this and Marshall that and recording Marshall, and I'm getting that new desk and recording Marshall. And he goes, "You're gonna have to check him out." And he goes, and then at one point he was like, "I think you need to work with Marshall."
Yeah, John. Thank you, John Thatcher. He definitely had a huge, he played a huge role in.
Yeah, he said-
in
Shout out to
this.
John Thatcher.
He
Yeah.
said, you need to work with him. I can't.
Very
I
nice.
can't.
Oh, that poor guy. He does so many hours. It's like we kept trying to get together to do some recording, and it was like he just didn't have the time. And so eventually we'll be able to finish up some stuff we worked together. But in the meantime,
Yeah,
get
right.
you guys here. So.
So let's catch up on EVX Johnny over there. A bunch of flames. He says it's lit.
All right.
It's super lit. I mean, it was like 5 flames, so that's like super lit.
5 flames. All
Right.
right.
Mark over there, he liked it as well. Barb, I know Barb likes it. Barb digs your stuff, so I'm just going to
Thank you
leave
so
it at
much.
that. Vern is giving some real applause over there, not
All
my
right.
not my pretend stuff.
Thank you very much.
Your dad says it sounds sweet. Good. I'm glad it sounds good
Thank you,
out
Dad.
there. Scott from Secondhand Mojo says, nice riff. He's right. It is a cool
Thank
riff.
you.
My mom over there checking in. Hi, Mom. Over on Facebook says it's very nice. Barb loves that bluesy groove.
Thank you very much.
So awesome.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Yeah.
My mom's watching too, I think. So.
Is your mom watching
Hello.
too? Oh,
and
good.
my grandmother. If grandma's watching, hi, grandma.
That's
Gotta
nice.
do the shout out.
I love it. I love it. I love hearing when the artists' families and friends are watching. It's nice. It's nice to, to be able to kind of bring this to them as well.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fact that I'm bringing it to people that maybe never heard of you before, and they're experiencing your music for the first time. But these are people that have known you your whole life, and I don't know them, and now I get to sort of connect with them in a way that I'm bringing. And Grandma's in the house. Yeah. That's what Vern says over there. Grandma in the house. Well, that was great. Do you want to play another song?
I guess, why not?
I would love to hear another
All
song.
right.
How about you guys?
Yes.
I wonder if they heard the yes word. I don't
Yes.
know. Do you think
I
they
hear
did?
it, yes.
You do hear it.
This
Well,
is-
good. All right. What song are you going to do for us?
This is a song called Graveyard Shift.
Nice.
And I do have my own recording I did on my own in my little project studio, but I think it might be time to, maybe rehash and do new little arrangement on there. But you can also find this one online. But it's
Nice.
it's
Well,
called
hey,
Graveyard
listen.
Shift.
Can-
Yes.
Can I just say something
Say
before you
something.
get into this song?
Yeah.
If you need a drummer for anything,
I know a guy.
and if you're looking for a studio to record or an engineer that you might want to work with.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
How come he's not on camera right now? Where's his head?
Buzz.
Get your head in here.
Yeah. There.
There's a head. Well, good. Well, I know I had a lot of fun working with you on the previous stuff, so I can't wait to get back in the studio with you on this stuff.
I
too,
got a
so.
lot of stuff in the hopper that I just got to pick and choose the right ones to start with and bring
I
them back
love it.
in. And
I love it. And this
very
is something that
soon.
I haven't heard before.
I don't believe so.
Awesome. What's this song called?
It's called Graveyard Shift.
Sweet. Well, let's hear it. Graveyard Shift.
All
Marshall
right.
Brooks live in the studio on Bands Across the Water. You guys, check it out.
Well, I don't mind working in the graveyard. All of my days spent with the dead. Their rest is silent, solemn and lonely, and it gives me time to clear my head. Oh, I water their flowers and I mow their grass. Yeah, I keep their headstones looking all shiny for the people who pass. And if there's a ghost hanging around, I say, get back, ghost, get back in the ground. I've got the best job in town. I'm working that graveyard shift day in and day out. Well, I don't mind working in the graveyard. All of my days spent in the sun. Oh, and though I grow older, I never grow lonely. Every day come 3, I pour tea for 1. Never got more friends here than I could count. Yeah. Oh, there epitaphs are talking about you're never gonna hear no sound. And if them bones start to rattle and I say, settle down, bones, skedaddle on home. I don't let nothing get me down. I'm working that graveyard shift day in, day out. Oh, but I must confess, when that bone band starts to jangle, I boogie on down. I can't help but do a little soft shoe and get off the ground. Oh, that band knows all my buttons to get me to shake. From midnight to 1, I'm an old man writhing in the moonlight, looking like a fool. For goodness sake. Yeah, I tell you again, I've got the best job in town. I'm a working that graveyard shift day in, day out.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Another sweet one, man. Well done.
That's one of my favorites. It's just a little light fluff.
I love it. Great song.
Thanks.
All right, moms are sweet. Mark, you are correct, sir. Moms are sweet. Excellent. I got to catch up on that comment. Awesome. So, Kevin, Mark is also asking, what is that microphone? Do tell. What microphone does Marshall have over there in front of him today?
It's
WA87?
yes, it's a warm audio what is it, W87?
Yeah,
87.
I was just...
It's a knockoff of a Neumann U87.
There you go.
I just saw an ad for Warm Audio on Facebook the other day. They got, like, the emulation kind of stuff. I mean, I was considering it, but I didn't know if they were any good, but seeing it here...
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Warm Audio actually makes a
Great
lot
mic.
of really good gear at a very affordable price.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah. This might be the
So
one I
at this
was
time,
looking
I'm just going to take a quick break. I'm going to let you guys know what is happening next week. So in the meantime here, let's talk about that, shall we? Real quick. I'm with Marshall Brooks here at the studio, live at Sound Shop Studios. But next week, I have an exciting show planned as well. So check it out. I have my friends from the band Secondhand Mojo. They are here tonight on Facebook joining us in the chat. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. And I look forward to having you guys on the show with me next week. Here it is. Check it out, Secondhand Mojo.
Streets are packed, cars are stacked, there's energy in the air. I can't help but stop to look and stare. Girls are lined up looking fine, passing moves to neon signs. Time for us to jump on in, join the party on the night. Saturday night, I'm feeling alright. Baby, it's time to go. Saturday night, I'm feeling alright. Night 2, more to do. Lights are burning up the sky. Feel knocked down, gotta get up one more time. First floor.
That's right, you guys. Next week, Secondhand Mojo will be on the show joining me. I'm not sure if I'm going to get all the members in there next week, but I got a good 3 or 4 of them anyway. So be sure to join me next week. Bands Across the Water, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Secondhand Mojo will be joining me. Look forward to seeing you guys there. Me and this little Funko dude are going to rock out.
Get your drinks up and hold 'em out. Together, let's get carried away. Remember all the shit to forget about. If only just for one more day. Come on, boys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Secondhand Mojo will be with me next week. Looking forward to having a great conversation with those guys. I'm going to share some of their music. A Detroit band, if I'm not mistaken. I know the bass player, James, I actually played in a band with him for a very short time, and we'll probably talk about that as well. So looking forward to having those guys on the show. In the meantime, my guest was Mr. Marshall Brooks, here right in the studio playing live for you guys. I hope you're having a good time so far. Let's get back to it, shall we? Mr. Marshall Brooks, thank you for being here on the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yes.
Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Two guys.
My friends. Me and my friend. Well, good stuff, man. That's a great great song that you just played.
Thank you.
I love it. I look forward to getting in there and hashing that one out with you.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Let me see. I want to catch up on a couple of things. So my mom wants to line dance to that song. She says she's pretty sure she can line dance to that.
Right.
Nice, Beth.
Good to know
I
my
love
stuff is danceable.
I love it. Yeah, it's danceable. That's
Yeah.
right. I love it. I love it. Let's see. What else am I missing? Midwest Roots Rock. There you go. That's what Secondhand Mojo is all about. I got you. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Vern Springer says, love that family support that showed up for Marshall tonight. That's great. I agree. And Jeffrey, your dad, says he found himself tapping his foot to that song. He liked that. He liked that last song.
That's one of his favorites. He loves he got to watch that song grow into what it is because just sitting at home with sitting on the couch. I usually play with them, and it started out with me just kind of noodling and got that little riff going, and then it's like, hey Dad, I got a new verse or another new line, and so I know he enjoyed watching that one get built from the ground up.
I love that.
Normally I hide away until a song is done. I can't really create when there's anyone else around.
Right.
But now that one was a very public composition. So,
How it all came together.
yeah.
Display of composition.
yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, good stuff. So we're going to have a couple more songs tonight, and then I'm also going to play at least one, maybe even two, possibly. I'm not.
Sure.
I forget of the songs that you and I actually with Kevin got to record in the studio
Yeah.
here. So I'm looking forward to sharing those
Sure.
with everyone as well. So stay tuned. We got lots more awesome music, including Marshall going to play some more songs in the studio as well for us. So. Awesome. Okay, so what's been happening for you, like with gigs and stuff? Have you been able to kind of keep going, or what have you been sort of doing to get through this kind of difficult time right now?
It's been real bare. I know a lot of people immediately jumped on the live stream thing as soon as the whole shutdowns happened, and I did the Arts Beats and Needs live stream show, but I didn't really know what was going on with any of that stuff. I've never been really technology,
It's a
didn't
lot,
really know what was
yeah.
going on with that. But so unfortunately, I haven't done much, much performing. I kind of used it as a good time to record. I mean, that's how the 3 songs we did last year got done. It's like, hey, we got all this time, so I may as well get them done. But I probably missed the boat a little bit jumping on the live stream thing. I did, I have some videos that I've done, but I want to get more into doing that. Just to get the content out there.
Right.
I was on a couple internet radio a few months ago, and then my cousin's podcast a few weeks ago. And then here now. So these have been my gigs lately. It's just
Yeah.
been the sort of isolated live stream.
I don't think that's an
thing.
uncommon story, to be honest with you, because there just is not a lot of places for us to kind of get out and perform right now.
I've heard, I've seen people say, "Hey, there's this one bar, they're open, and we can, you can go play there." I was like, I'm not at the point where I'm comfortable to do that yet.
Yeah,
so
right.
everyone's like, "Oh, it's fine," but like, I'm probably just gonna stick to the whole internet thing for now.
Right, and that's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still, writing songs, and you're still, doing what you've sort of always done, minus some gigging, but
Yeah.
at least you still get to create. And
Oh, yeah.
So,
And-
my friend Dawn said, checking in on Facebook, says, "Marshall, great songs, thank you."
Thank you, Don.
She's not wrong.
Dawn. I'm sorry, Dawn.
Dawn, yes.
Don. I want to get the name right, and I apologize.
Yeah, Dawn.
Sorry.
I want to say Dawn's in Amherstburg. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Amherstburg. Probably not. It's actually not that far away from here, though. So. But thanks for checking in, Don. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks to everybody for being here. I hope you guys
Yeah.
are enjoying yourselves. This is a great show. I love that I got to get Marshall to come into the studio today. Are you far from here, Marshall? Do you live far from
I'm
here?
in Ferndale. It's about it's under 30 minutes away.
By the railroad.
By the
By the
railroad
railroad
tracks.
tracks.
How did I not know that? It's not even just a line in your song. It's like legitimate.
Legit.
Where is Natalie from?
Not Ferndale, near the tracks. Yeah, we have a client that we've been working with in Philadelphia.
Oh.
He keeps asking where's she from, so I finally said, born and raised in West Philadelphia.
I would
Now you won't
I would keep
forget.
saying Pittsburgh. I don't know why. I was messing it up constantly, and he finally did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference, and it was like, all right, I got it now. West Philadelphia, got
I
it.
got a brother in Philly.
Oh, nice, nice.
Add that into the convo.
Yeah, there you go.
I lived there for
I'm
a
helping.
few years.
Just a few.
05 to 12.
Nice,
Good chunk
awesome.
of time.
So I want to get back to some more of your awesome songs and what you're doing here in the studio. So let's get back to some more of you playing acoustically,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't
I
mind.
hate to demand that you pick up your guitar, but I just can't
man.
resist because it's so darn good. And they all want to hear it. See, you heard
right.
them. Well, good. So tell me what song you're going to play and what you want to do next here, and we're looking forward to hearing it for
It's
sure.
a tune. It's an older one. I can't remember exactly when I wrote it, but it's called "When I Go,"
Nice.
and just another little fun tune. I like stuff that's fun to play, a little toe tapper. So
Little toe tapper.
yeah, I've had a good response, and eventually I'll get a recording of this. Like I said, I got so many songs in the hopper that I want to get laid down, but eventually this one will get a full arrangement going. So it's
Great.
"When I Go."
Awesome. When I go, check it out, you guys.
Yeah. Well, I've been feeling just a little down. A little mind kicks around, a little too much for me. And I've been feeling like leaving town. So get your hands off me, girl, come on, let me be. And when I go, you'll hear no goodbye. 'Cause I'm gonna walk out that door, slam that sucker one last time. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh, yeah. Well, you ask me, I don't need this. It's been a while since I could feel us. These walls been a jailhouse day and night. I've got to put my feet to the pavement where I'm going. I don't know, baby. Turn my head west, take a couple lefts and end up right. And when I go, you'll hear no goodbye. 'Cause I'm gonna walk out that door, slam that sucker one last time. myself somewhere. Learn what I need to know out there. And if I doubt, if I fail, that's okay, it's just as well. Cause when I go, y'all hear no goodbye. As I'm gonna walk out that door, slam that sucker one last time. Yes, when I go, I'm gonna walk out that door, slam that sucker one last time. There it is.
All right. Another.
It's always fun to forget the lyrics during the middle of the song.
It wouldn't be live.
That's right. Yeah, I bet you no one even noticed.
Well, actually, I'd have all my friends and family. I had this tell. It's like whenever I make a mistake, I laugh or It's like
I heard you.
They know. Yeah, I heard the laugh.
I heard you.
oh man, it's like ever since I started playing piano in 2004, whenever I make a mistake, I always show it in my face, and everyone's like, "Hey, you got it. Who's gonna know?" And I just can't.
That's all right. That was great. That was great. I want to see you guys throw some hand claps up there for that one. Throw some hand claps up there in the conversation. Vern says lyrics are for rich people.
There we go.
I'm a little late with the laugh track, but well, nice job, man. Another great song, you guys. That's great. I said you guys. It's like there's more. Nice song, you guys. Great job, you guys. All one of you, Marshall. Awesome. All right, are you gonna play another one for us?
I guess I can.
I would love one more. I mean, I'll take 10 more. You guys want to hear 10 more?
10. Ooh.
No,
Yes.
maybe not 10.
No.
You don't have to do 10.
I'm going home, going to bed.
There we go.
Yeah, we want to hear another one. Absolutely.
All right.
I look forward to it for sure. What
This
are you
is
going to play
a
for us?
This is a song called Ain't Got Time. And I was working, this is years ago, I was working 2 jobs and literally had 0 time to listen to records. I had this stack of albums that was just getting bigger and bigger, and I was getting home around midnight and just going right to bed. Had no time to listen to the records, so that kind of spawned this tune here. Ain't got
Nice.
time.
Ain't got no time.
Ain't got no
Nice.
time. Working in the blood, in the iron and stone, fire and heat have become my own. I ain't got no money, I ain't got no wife. You could say I ain't got no life, and I ain't got time. I ain't got time to listen to records anymore. I left me behind with my flesh and bone. I'm nothing but a shell, a mindless drone. I am a number, not much else. In exchange for freedom, I gave up myself. And I ain't got time, I ain't got time to listen to records anymore. I need to take 5, I need to relax, take a little break from breaking my back. I wanna slow up, I wanna come to a stop. I'd like to sit down, let that needle drop, but I ain't got time, I ain't got time to listen to records anymore. I said I ain't got time, oh no, I ain't got time to listen to records anymore. All right.
Yeah. Nice. Well done, my friend.
Thanks.
I'm actually sad to hear that you don't have time to listen to records anymore.
I don't even have a record player anymore, unfortunately.
Right.
But, no, it was a real bummer because it was right around the time I was actually trying to, build a collection, and which I've since stopped. But now it's a real bummer because there's got a lot of good stuff in there, and just
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
So
Great songs, man. Great
you,
stuff.
thank you.
So well done. I'm getting some comments here from Sandra over there on Twitch. She's sending out some claps. Our buddy Rock, also known as
Jigs.
saying hats off. Well done. Mark,
you.
I'm not sure why you lost the feed. It seems like everything is fine at our end, so probably just something going on at your end. It happens sometimes. Welcome to the technology woes of bands across the water. It's a thing. It's a total thing. It really is. I can't even explain it. Michelle, who's Michelle Stoles? Do I know Michelle Stoles? Marshall, do you know Michelle Stoles? I feel like I should know Michelle Stoles.
it doesn't ring a bell. Sorry, Michelle.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe if I could get a chance to go and look at a picture or something, but for some reason I'm drawing a blank. But she says love it. She loves it.
Thank you, Michelle.
And she was commenting earlier, I noticed too, about when you kind of messed up and you kind of just were able to laugh and keep playing. She goes, it's easier for a drummer to cover a mistake.
Is it?
Can I honestly? Yeah,
drummer,
I want to
can you
address
say?
that for just 1 second because I
Yeah.
think that Michelle is not aware that it's actually really difficult.
It's a very loud instrument, and
And it's
it
like
can-
what everybody's tapping their toes to, you know.
Hey, drummer, you made a mistake. It was obvious.
Pretty obvious. I was tapping my toes up until a second ago, and you fell off the train in tracks.
bassists, on the other hand.
Bass on the other hand. Now we're talking. Oh, my friend Tracy Powell over there on Facebook checking in saying, great job, Marshall.
Thank
Good
you,
job."
Tracy.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And my mom, all of you play and sing from your heart.
Uh-huh.
All of you. All
Diaphragm, Mom.
from your diaphragm.
Diaphragm.
That's true. Hold on, wait.
So you need me as a sidekick.
I'm going to have to get a Kevin
I
mic
should
now.
always have a side mic.
And a side cam and a side car.
Side gig.
Awesome. Well, good stuff, Marshall. Man, that
you.
was great.
Thanks.
I'm excited to hear more stuff from you. I'm excited to get back in the studio and work with you on some more of this awesome stuff.
Thanks, it's gonna be fun.
Awesome. Oh, I am a new drummer from Stratford. Oh, nice. Stratford, Ontario, I am assuming, which is great.
No, it's Stratford, London, England.
Home of the Shakespeare Festival.
Oh, is it really?
I've played there actually many times in Stratford, Ontario. Yes.
Stratford's awesome.
Love it. Awesome. Well, good stuff.
Thank you.
Good stuff. So, what were the songs that we were talking about earlier that... actually, hold on. Let me go back for a second. I want to talk about that guitar that's over on your right for a
This guy
second.
here.
Yeah, grab that thing for a second.
Oh, it's heavier than I remember.
Right. Well, it was hanging on the
Solid
wall
metal.
the last time, I think. So, first of all, tell me the song.
There's a song called Long, Long Fingers.
It was Long, Long Fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Which you did not play tonight.
Not tonight.
Okay, so this is one that we're going to play the song for them then, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so tell us about what's the deal with this guitar and how
Well-
it relates to Long, Long Fingers. I think you guys will really find this kind of a funny and a little interesting story that just happens in the studio on a every once in a while basis.
Yeah, this is one of the fun things about, working with other people and being able to collaborate. It's one of the days we were working on, my stuff. Kevin mentioned he had always thought it'd be fun to record vocals, have a singer to sing into one of the F holes and mic up the other one on this guitar. And
You said F hole.
I did. That's what it's called. Cause I guess it has something to do with an F. It's the proper term. As
Here,
dirty as
bring
it may
that
sound.
thing up a little closer to the camera so they can see that.
That close? You see? Oh!
Yeah, there you go.
And
Here, let me grab it.
yeah.
I want them to see that. Go ahead and tell us about it.
So Kevin was saying one of these days we'll track some vocals through that,
Kevin over there.
and I thought why not just take a stab at it and do it then. So we were working on Long, Long Fingers, and it is a different sort of kind of sound. I thought it might be might work out pretty well, so we gave it a shot, and it turned out to be really awesome. And threw a mic up onto one side, and I sang into the other one. And
Show them. Just say something in it so they can. At least
Yeah,
hear
it was a really cool. We tuned the guitar to the tuning of the song.
I mean, it's like the song is in an open minor. It's like open F minor open tuning. So I tuned it.
I don't think
it's not in tune.
No, it's not in tune
not
anymore.
at all. But
anymore.
no, it's
Just
like
get
just
the
get right in here, and it's got sort of like this echoey sound to it. And
It's
I don't know if
great.
it came through there, but we mic'd it up.
Not bad.
And no, just get this really cool, different sound, and it just worked perfectly for the tune.
It really did.
And she was like, "All right." Plus, I got to make one of Kevin's dreams come true. So that was
And that in itself is worth it all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to tune that guitar to the tuning of the song, and then he sang into it.
Did you see what Bird said?
No,
Bike-
what did I
she
miss?
said after you hit the thing, bike for sale. You can't knock.
Sorry.
You can't knock
Can't
the
knock
price.
the- Hold on, there it is. I was a little late with the laugh
I'm
track.
glad it
but-
wasn't like a multi-thousand
Yeah, that
dollar
is-
Neumann out here. Or something.
Right. Mark, you're right. That is a sweet story. It was. I remember that the day that it happened. It was an interesting idea. Kevin had this idea to do it, and again, to address what does it take to produce a record or to produce songs. There's a good example.
Yeah.
This
We
was
were-
like, let's try this idea and see where it goes, and it turned out to be this really neat thing.
I
you
want
know.
to say it's a good thing I didn't break out the $5,000 real new
Yeah.
Q87.
Yeah, we talked about
Shatters.
that before Marshall showed up. We're like, yeah, don't use the good mics, Kev.
I have it's like I have a tendency to bump into things.
If
But,
I can totally relate to bull in a china shop, so don't worry. So I want to play Long Fingers for everybody. I
Yeah.
want them to hear this song and hear the cool vocals sang through that guitar. And this was actually one of the 3 songs that, yes, Rock, you got it. Part of the magic of being in the recording studio and
Yeah.
recording. I want to play this song. I love this song. I want to say this is one of Barb's favorites. I'm not sure if it's. I think she really totally digs "Can't Make It Home Again." I think that's like her all-time, which we had the pleasure of having you play here. So.
Yeah.
But I want to play the song for them because it's a great song. It's a great production. You guys can hear a little bit of what it was like for Marshall and I to work together, and with Kevin, of course, on the helm. And Phil was on this. Phil played bass on this.
We haven't mentioned Phil yet.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a
big
second.
Part.
Phil from LC Binks, he was the bass player on this. What
Yeah.
else was he a part of? Was he did all 3 songs with us, right?
All 3. Yep.
Yeah, so he was a part of all 3. But we're going to play Long Fingers.
Excuse me, that's Dern, Fern, and Kern Productions.
Turn, Fern, and it's a thing, you know. We're going to
Have you trademarked that yet? You
Dern,
gotta,
Fern, and
gotta
Kern.
get a little trademark on it.
It's a thing. That's right. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to play one of the studio tracks that we recorded here back in July, I think it was. We clarified that already. Called Long Fingers. It was sang through that guitar that you just saw there. And this is a good one. We don't have a video for this song yet, so I just kind of did this, the scrolling, pictures, images, but they'll get to hear the song, so I'm excited for that. So let's play it, shall we? Check it out, you
Yes.
guys. Long Fingers. You guys ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Wait, let me try. I'm going to hit it twice. I don't know if anyone hears it.
It
All right,
worked.
here it is. Long Fingers. Check it out. Great song, you guys. Marshall Brooks.
She's got a long, long finger, leaving behind a trail of blood. And if you ever see her, buddy will know your time has come. When everybody say that they want some, but in their eyes, do they know what's true? But everybody say that they want some, but she's the only one that do. Fingertips of crimson. There's a million if there's one. And if she should cut deeply, you'd never know that she'd begun.
Should I be clapping myself?
Great
Sorry.
song, man. I dig that tune. I dig
Thanks.
that tune. That's a great one. That was so
was a
much
fun
fun
one.
doing that with you.
You should have nicknamed that.
The F-hole?
Long fingers, parentheses, the F-hole.
The F holes.
Awesome. Awesome. Michelle, that's really cool, she says. Michelle says, that's really cool. Vern Springer says, love the groove.
Thank you.
And then Michelle said, my phone died, no sound.
Bummer.
It was really cool until my phone died.
Ah.
Turn off your F-hole filter.
Whatever that means.
Great drums.
There
Thanks,
is no-
Barb. I appreciate that. She might be a little bit biased. But I like to think so. Yeah, I think all of everything we did turned out super good. I'm really
yeah.
excited with all of it.
It was
So
fun.
yeah, awesome. All right, so let's play one more, shall we? Let's talk.
Sure.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about the next song we're going to play? We're going to play one more song from the studio stuff, and we're going to get to be wrapping the show up here shortly. It's been a great show, but
really love this song.
yeah, this is a great
is
song.
good.
So tell me a little. First, let me say a little thing about this song.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, I could not help but think that you had like this big 80s influence from this song because it's got like this 80s vibe to it, you know,
It's
which is so
definitely-
different
yeah.
from like the other stuff that you've done, you know. But tell me about the song and what the deal is and how it
Yeah.
came to be, and then we're gonna play this one next.
The past decade and a half, I've just had an affinity for the whole retro, 80s retro stuff, and music especially. And I don't know if you heard Kevin mentioned Toto. They're probably my favorite rock group.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
Yes.
Toto's great, right?
I've never really listened to Yes all that much though.
Oh, Toto.
Wait, hold on.
Yes. No, but I just love the whole retro stuff, and I've done some kind of like synthwave electronic stuff in the past.
Yeah, the old version
And-
of that song was.
Oh my
Weird.
word! Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Right.
One Single Tear. The song. I first came up. I made the demo for it back when I was getting into EDM,
Yeah,
like
that was
electronic
crazy.
dance music.
That was crazy.
And a buddy of mine really loves it. He wanted me to finish that version, but it just wasn't going anywhere. And I kept tweaking it here and there, and it ended up being way too long. It just
You like
wasn't going
over
anywhere.
tweaked it or something.
Yeah,
right?
and it just kind of died. But I always wanted to finish it. And years later, I was working on something specifically with a retro kind of sound. The whole kind of polysynth kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I think I just thought, hey, maybe that one song could be cool. So I started working the lyrics in with this new sound, and it just everything started coming into place. I was getting ideas, juices were flowing, and within 3 hours, I pretty much had all the keys and all the guitar, pretty much everything that I came to the studio with was recorded within just a few hours.
Right.
And I am trying to do some more of the retro stuff because it's just so much fun. And
Mark over on Facebook, he says, wait, 80s is now retro? What does that make me? Well, let me just address that for a second.
I heard someone called 90s retro. the
Yeah,
other day.
1980, I mean, I hate to say it, but that was 40 years ago. So I'm not sure what classifies a maybe super retro. Yeah, we'll go super
Super
retro.
retro. There
That
we
might be. Awesome. Well, so this definitely has that retro 80s kind of vibe about
Yeah,
it.
and honestly, everything every idea I had, it's like, oh, I heard this singing in this Toto song, and I kept referring to Toto. It, got that. It's not necessarily just all electronic, like Men Without Hats, music,
Right. Sure.
drum machine kind of stuff. I want to get the live musicianship in there as well, mixed with the synthesized stuff. And I thought it turned out way better than I expected.
I love that.
And especially with your cover band, the
Yeah.
the retro stuff.
I do play in an 80s cover tribute band,
Yeah,
yes.
and so you're the perfect guy. I remember we were talking on the phone. He said, "You got the right. You picked the right guy for this."
Yeah, you definitely got the right guy for that one, yeah.
And this is definitely anyone tuning in, finding my stuff online. If they listen to all the stuff I have, it's the genres are all over the boards, but this one kind of stands out a little
Out of
bit. I
its
think,
own.
yeah.
It's on an island.
But
It's on the Gilligan's Island. eh?
or we could refer this to as the redheaded stepchild.
Yes, that's right.
But no, I definitely want to do more stuff along these lines, sort of full band retro kind of stuff.
Right.
And just because the musicianship of those groups back in the day, there's plenty of talent out there these days, but it's just so much fun. To showcase live people playing live tracks, and so
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to put all my affinity for that kind of culture into this song, if that makes any kind of
Yeah,
sense.
no,
I'm just
absolutely.
rambling now, but
No, it makes sense. I get what you're saying. You wanted to try to capture that sort of real musicians from the '80s vibe kind of feel, like a Toto or something. I mean, this song is awesome. It's Kev, I think, is this your favorite song, Kev?
Oh yeah.
This your favorite Marshall song that we did? So there you go. So here, you guys, let's get this one up. This one's called One Single Tear. This was the second song that we worked on, I think it was, with Marshall, of the 3. So let's throw this one on, you guys. I hope you can dig it. This one is called One Single Tear from Marshall Brooks. Check it out. Another. Wait, there we go. Another fantastic song, Mr. Marshall Brooks.
As soon as we get a budget, dude, I'm going to get a makeup girl. Or guy. But I need makeup. We need to get, look at the shine. We need to...
I don't know if it shows up on cam, though. He looks pretty good on cam. Great song, buddy. Another great
Thank
song,
you.
and I had so
Thank
much
you.
fun playing with you, recording that
man.
song.
That was one of those songs that there's just like endless ideas flowing.
Yeah.
We could have worked on that for a year.
All right.
But,
Let me see. So let's catch up a little bit. Make sure we're not missing anybody. Vern, thank you for all the compliments and for
Thanks,
tuning in. Says he is loving this already as soon as it started. Mark as well. Thank you from the band Secondhand Mojo. Right from the intro on, he was totally digging it. He says he's now a fan. Yes, and don't forget to like my page. Thank you. Mark is also saying some Genesis influence in that song, which is great.
I had a blast working on that song.
Right, super fun. Vern, love it. Already done. Liking the page. Thank you. Nice drums. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can. I have that drum kit back there. This room and that man over there, Kevin, makes it all happen and makes it sound so well. And I just kind of, I just play the instrument. That's all I do. I just play it.
Did we have the bathroom mic on that? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure with that one.
Yeah, I don't know if we had the shower mic.
Yeah.
I think we did. Yeah.
I had you turn it off
For
for
those
those Can't
that-
Make It Home Again and Long Fingers. I know that, but pretty sure we had it on for
Yeah,
that
I think
one.
we did. For those that don't know, we have out here in this specific area that we record in, we have room mics, and of course we have drum mics, but we also have the infamous shower mic. There's a microphone in the shower that picks up some really awesome sounds, and when we blend it in there, it's pretty slick.
I mean, there's a beautiful live room right behind Marshall.
Yeah.
And I choose to use the foyer.
It just sounds so good.
The sounds that we're getting is just phenomenal. Yeah,
It's almost like a plate verb with the room.
right,
Yeah,
right.
You got all the
Drums
tile and
sound
everything in there.
Mark says that
Yeah.
that's a good TV cable soundtrack song.
Hey.
Hey.
Good point. Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
And Michelle is back. She says, "Yay, I'm
Michelle.
back." Hi, Michelle. And my mom says, "Another good interview. She enjoyed your songs, Marshall."
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
I try to be interesting.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jeff. Jeff Grove says, "Awesome show."
Hi,
Thanks,
Jeff.
You know Jeff?
I know Jeff.
Oh, good.
Jeff!
Go to the same church. He runs sound over there. He's pastor's brother.
Oh,
Good
that's
friend.
that's great. Hi,
Thanks
Jeff.
for tuning in, Jeff. He's always been a big supporter.
Thanks, Jeff. I
Jeff.
appreciate that. I appreciate you being here and supporting Marshall and supporting the show. Thank you so much for being here. Marshall, one last thing I want to talk to you about before I let you go and before we wrap up. I want to make sure that, let's see, shower sound, is that legal?
Yes.
It is at the Sound Shop Studios, my friend. Everything is legal here. Well, not everything, but you get the idea.
No comment.
Right. So let's make sure that we cover all of your social media things. Let's make sure you get everything in. I'm not forgetting anything because sometimes,
Well,
it happens.
there's very little to forget. Honestly, Facebook is where you'll find all the updates. That's facebook.com/MarshallBMusic. And the best place to purchase, I like Bandcamp, but I'm also, that's marshallbrooks.bandcamp.com. That's definitely the easiest place to find all my stuff. But I'm
Find
also
all
on
your great music.
all of it, And then I'm also on Amazon or iTunes or Apple Music. I think Apple has 2 things now, or Spotify. There's so many different places that my
Good.
music is on. So wherever you can find music, I'm probably there.
Awesome.
Honestly, the service I use, they put it on dozens of sites. YouTube Music. Google, is Google Play still around? Google Play?
I think it is. I
This-
think it is. Yeah.
Google Play or Google Music, whatever it was called.
Right.
That streaming site.
Yeah.
But but it's on all the big sites. And I do have my own website, marshallbrooksmusic.com, still under construction. It needs to be updated. But,
Yeah, you told me about that. I was actually gonna put it up there, and I decided to go with the Bandcamp one because you know that's where they can really get your music right now. Whereas MarshallBrooksMusic.com is kind of still under construction.
Because me
inside.
personally, I do things the way I like as a fan. I'm not a huge fan of all the bios and everything. I just want to go for the music. So
Right.
I'm still working on trying to make it as clean and no fluff. So Bandcamp is definitely the easiest, no nonsense website. marshallbrooks.bandcamp.com.
Right.
You can stream the music there. I think it's unlimited streaming. If not, I also have stuff on Reverb Nation. You can search Marshall Brooks on Reverb Nation. I think you have unlimited streaming there.
Good.
And so, yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that you have stuff out there for people to find. Sounds like they should go to Bandcamp. It seems like that would be the place to go right now while you're still sort of under construction. So you guys, please do that. Go find Marshall Brooks music on Bandcamp. I have the link here. Let me get back to that scene for a second. There it is there. marshallbrooks.bandcamp.com. All right. So make sure you go find his music there. Marshall, I got to say, man, thank you so much for being on the show. It was such a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Great job performing live in the studio. You are actually the first person I've ever had in here to play live in the studio on the show.
Inaugural live performance.
Yes, I love it. It was great. It was really good. So thank you for doing that and for being on the show and for including me, in your music and including the Sound Shop, of course, and Kevin and West Mix and all the good things that you're doing with your music. We love to be a part of it, and we are so excited to, help you create your music. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be able to do that.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to work with you guys, and
thank you.
It's all so much fun.
Hey, everybody, shout out Vern. 1, 2, 3.
Vern! That was good.
Vern said he was glad he caught the episode.
Good. Well, hey, that's
Vern.
great. Thanks for
Tuning in.
being here, Vern. You're a great person to have in the audience
Where's
watching.
the studio she wants?
Michelle, the studio is called Sound Shop Studios. The website, I believe, is soundshopstudios.com, right? It's located in Macomb County, Michigan. Macomb, Michigan.
In Macomb County.
Right on Gratiot in Macomb County. You can find us here. We are available for all of your musical needs, whatever they may be.
Do you want to hear something really funny?
And we have a Pac-Man game, too, you can play.
Want to hear something funny? I actually live on...
Oh, Barb just put the link up to Sound Shop. Thanks, Barb.
I actually live on Macomber Street.
Yeah, Macomber.
Macomber. Macomber Street. In Macomb County.
In Macomb County, right.
It's like there's too much Macomb.
Thanks for putting the links up, Barb. I appreciate that. And thank you for the question, Michelle. Appreciate that as well. You're right, Mr. Rock. You can't stop rock and roll. I appreciate you guys for being here. Marshall, again, thank you for being on the show, Marshall. And I look forward to having you on the future episode. And we will get you into the piano room as well.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marshall Brooks, thank you for being on the show, Marshall.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, great show with Marshall. Thank you for being here. And all of you guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. And I hope you had as much fun as I did tonight with my guest, Mr. Marshall Brooks. Please go and find his stuff online wherever you can find it. I appreciate y'all for being here. Remember to go and to click the like button on my Facebook page. All right? Facebook.com/Darren Curtis Drums. Remember to find me on YouTube, Darren Curtis Drums, and also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Darren Curtis Drums. I appreciate all of you guys for being here, for tuning in to Bands Across the Water. I am blown away that this is episode number 19. Holy cow. Let's talk about next week. Here's what's happening next week. Tune in. Check it out. Next week, I have my buddies from Secondhand Mojo joining me on the show. Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Secondhand Mojo on Bands Across the Water. Be sure to tune in. I look forward to seeing y'all then. Otherwise, have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Peace.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh yeah!